Fellas, lots of new changes coming up next Tuesday. We're going to go over all of those. They were released today with the TWAB, so if you want to read along, feel free to look at the link in the description below. First up, the new game mode breakthrough is coming to us next Tuesday as the featured playlist. We've seen gameplay of Breakthrough. Game Informer actually was the ones that posted it. I cannot find it for the life of me, or I would be showing it to you guys. But essentially, fellas, at the beginning of each round, players will fight to capture a central zone. Once the zone is captured, your team will deploy the breaker. As players work to deploy the breaker, the zone can be contested, resulting in an epic tug of war between the two teams. Once that breaker is captured, though, it will be used to assault and hack the enemy team's vault. Okay, that's from Bungie. Essentially, fellas, it's a central location that you have to capture and keep capturing until this breaker is released. Now, once that's actually deployed, you'll be capturing the new point, which is actually right outside the enemy spawn. Now, I know that sounds like it's stacking in favor for the enemy team at that point, but that breaker essentially just means the spawn times for those individuals will begin to get longer and longer. So the more you slay out, the longer it takes for them to spawn, and before you know it, you've got a snowball effect. Now again, like I said, this is going to be the feature playlist, and I hope we all like it, boys, because it's actually going to be moving to the competitive playlist after next week permanently. Now alongside Breakthrough coming, we're also going to be getting these new maps. We've got Equinox here, which essentially looks like Eternity, but of course different map layout. Firebase Echo, we saw gameplay of this one as well when Bungie was showcasing their sandbox changes. This one has a lot of different elevators and stuff like that on the map, a lot of different elevation changes. The Citadel, now I've seen gameplay of the Citadel. This was actually where they featured Breakthrough at. It actually looks like a fantastic map, as the high ground is essentially that middle Citadel area, and you've got bridges connecting to it from the spawns. Of course, you can flank from underneath those bridges. I'm really a huge fan of this layout. Now, also being added as a breakthrough map is Pantheon 2.0, which is now called Convergence. If some of you have not played in Iron Banner this past week, this is a new map added to that playlist. And as much as I love Pantheon, I gotta say, I think this map's even better. Wonderfully designed, good symmetry, as well as good push-up points in that middle area. So I think Breakthrough can work really well on this map. Now for us PlayStation 4 players, we get a map called Gambler's Ruin. Not gonna lie, it looks like shit. Moving on, guys, we've got some two big things coming to us this weekend. We've got a Gambit free trial as well as Double Valor weekend. Now the Gambit free trial and Double Valor will start at 10 a.m. Pacific time zone tomorrow, Friday, boys. And double XP will be able to be earned all the way until September 25th. Okay, fellas, if you have not finished the Redrix Broadsword Quest, this is the weekend to do it. Those Valor resets you need to finish out that quest, you can knock it out this weekend. And this is across all Crucible playlists and Iron Banner. This weekend is the weekend to wrap that up quick. Now the final thing on today's TWAB is about Edge of Transit. This is a grenade launcher I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with. They did acknowledge that it's dropping way too often, and they're looking into a fix for that. Hopefully, a side effect of fixing that will be some exotic drops, boys. I'm still dry, man. I got an exotic drop yesterday. A tractor cannon. Yay me. And believe me, we asked for grind. I'm okay with grind. I like grinding. But even for my most hardcore players, you gotta admit, loot drops here lately has been dry. But hopefully, Edge of Transit will quit overwhelming us. So guys, that is your TWAB for this week. There's some small bugs and stuff that they fix. Feel free to check that out in the description below if you want to look at it yourself. These are definitely the ones that's going to directly affect us, boys. Again, Breakthrough coming next week. I'm excited to try it out, especially if it's going to become a permanent playlist in competitive, as well as Double Valor here for my guys that still need Redrix Broadsword. So fellas, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.